afternoon, guys and gals. How's everything going? Okay, so we're out for a couple. How's everybody doing today? Just doing a quick scope. Just had lunch. Hey, what's going on, CyberGen? Just had lunch with a big baller wholesaler here in Houston, and he was treating me to lunch for my birthday. Joseph Tomicelli. So sit down, had some good lunch, talked about a few things. Awesome. What's going on, Florida? How's everything going? Yeah, I'm kind of down because my Rockets just got totally blasted. I didn't watch the game. Hello, thank you. How are you? Didn't watch the game, but this got their butt totally kicked. What's going on? Yeah, but anyway, I just wanted to share a few tips before I go get in my car. And let me tell you this. You know, we always talk about letting people know what you do. Do you do mentoring? Yes, I do. Shoot me an email at evictyourrealestatefears@gmail.com. It's actually in my bio. Okay? And I do apologize. I'm out and about. So, but anyway, we always talking about letting, nationwide deals are deals regardless of where they are. So it's all the same. People always need to sell a property. Hi, Pam. Happy belated birthday. Greetings from Chicago. Thank you, Chi-Town. I appreciate that. We always talk about telling people what we do. So I'm sitting out here because Joe and I just finished lunch, and he and his friend. So I was sitting here trying to get some stuff together and returning some text messages. And so a young man just walked up to me. He said, "You have any gum?" I'm like, yeah, I have gum. So I ended up giving him some gum, and I said, actually, I have peppermints too. So he said, okay, that'll be great. He said, yeah, I'm supposed to meet somebody for lunch, and I need some gum. So I'm like, okay, cool. So anyway, I said, what do you do? He said, I'm a builder. I'm like, really? And I told him I was a real estate investor. We exchanged information or whatever. But my point is this. Always tell people what you do. Always carry business cards. If you don't have a business card, have the person write their information down. Take a picture of it and save it in your phone. Okay? It's always good to do that. But anyway, a few tips that we talked about. And I appreciate the hearts. I appreciate the shares. Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Good to see you, growing entrepreneur. And a couple of things we were talking about direct mail, and again, one of my things is targeted list. One of the people that was at lunch with us, they were talking about, they've sent out mail outs, but for whatever the reason is, they got a high response, but the people were just not motivated. I'm a very huge fan of actually finding people with multiple issues, okay? Do you put a company name on your business cards? Actually, let me show you a copy of one of my business cards. All right. This is my business card. APAC Property Solutions, AMPAM Acquisition Manager. All right. That's one of my business cards. So, yes, I put that on there. I also have another business card. What is this one? Oh, this is the same one, basically. What's up? That's what's going on? Is that Muhammad? Who is that? Let me see. There's another one. So yeah, I put my company name. It just depends on what you're trying to do. Just emailed you. Awesome. Here's another property locator card. Okay, those are the cards that I use. All right. So if someone says, "Oh, good to see you," we had Joe and I met at we were supposed to do Ruggles, but it was like totally jam packed. So we ended up going to the Yard House. It was pretty good. But anyway, like what I'll do is carry my cards, and if the person don't have a business card, I have them put their information on the back of my card. Okay. But anyway, we were talking about direct mail and actually mailing out to people with multiple issues. And the young lady was saying, I got all these calls. Where do you invest? Mainly in Texas. She said she got all these calls. These people were tax delinquent, but they were not ready to sell. And the problem with tax delinquent is, number one, if a person, and this also can depend on the laws in your area, in your state, but if This is the queen of H-Town all day. Thank you so much. You know, if the person is only maybe 1 or 2 years behind, that may not be enough motivation for that person to want to sell their property. And then you have people who are in total denial. You also have situations where you and I are not the only people that are mailing to these folks, okay? So most of us will take no for an answer and stop rather than digging for information, and I talked about this last week, or doing a follow-up with those people. Another thing we were talking about, as far as wholesaling, you also eventually may want to pick up rental properties. Because Joe was asking me if I was marketing for rentals. I was like, right now, because I need the money, I'm mainly just wholesaling properties, okay? So he gave me a tip also for a guy that does private money, all right? And I'm like, okay, great tip. He said, Pam, I recommend you use the guy. He said, I've used him several times. I'm like, cool. So he was able to share that with me. But anyway, what was I saying? So anyway, so Joe said, hey, Pam, if you come across deals in such and such areas or whatever, hey, hit me up. I'm buying rental properties right now. And so he's also doing some owner finance type deals. So just sitting down, talking to other people who are successful. Yeah, we're both in the real estate business, but at the end of the day, we do different things, but kind of the same things. But different people have their own needs. Like, I need cash. He may need cash flow, or it may be a time I need cash flow and he needs cash. So it just depends on the deal. Another thing we were talking about, we kind of talked about networking or whatever. We talked about marketing. We talked about how sometimes having students, because he and I both mentor people, and he said, you know, how people, they just kind of fall off, you know, they're not consistent with their marketing, and people don't realize that in order to really, really, really be successful in this business, you need to take the time out to learn to do some marketing, and you really got to do some major following up. And I know people talk about building teams and all that stuff. The best thing, I mean, yes, you want to build a team, but the best way to build a team is go out here and do deals. Okay, because you can, I know when I first started, I heard people say, oh, well, you know, call a title company and see if they do assignments, call a title company and see if they do double close and all this other kind of stuff. And I'm like, what if I don't have a deal to give them? You know, so you spend all this time finding 50,000 realtors, finding title companies, finding this, and you still don't have any business. You're still not doing anything. So I'm one of those firm believers that when you take action, deals will come to you, money will come to you, and people will come to you. Okay? You'll end up being like some type of magnet that you will be able to attract certain types of people. All right? For my birthday, I went to see one of my nieces after lunch, right? My great niece, who actually just had a baby this morning, so I'm another great aunt. Yeah, she's my great niece, so I'm a great aunt. I have 2 great nieces now. So anyway, great nieces. So anyway, so I was sitting out there talking. Thank you. I was sitting out there talking to, it was an elderly man. Come to find out, he's a minister, and another young lady. So of course I have signs on my vehicle. So I was laughing and talking, and so when I walked off, they said, you know, she's a real people person. If you're in this business, you need to be a people person. You need to be able to learn how to talk to people. You need to learn to be nice to people. You can't be rude all the time. I know we have some ignorant sellers. We have ignorant buyers, okay? I know people will do you wrong, but at the end of the day, you're a business owner, and you have to act and conduct yourself as a business owner. And hey, what's going on, Millionaire Ferris? This lady just turned around. She thought I was talking to her. But anyway, what else did we talk about? Mainly then we talked about masterminding and things like that. But anyway, I'm gonna actually do an interview with him because Joe is a very, very successful young man here in Houston, and he does a lot of deals, and is a super nice person. We butt heads. I think we really had a major butt head not long ago. Joseph Tomaselli, and he's on Periscope also as Joe Buys Houses, or Joe Tomaselli. Are you a traditional creative mentor? Well, this is what I do. This is the deal with me. There is no such thing as a cookie cutter approach to anything in life. What I do is look at a person's situation, and there is an application process, okay? Because if you're a pain in the behind, the money doesn't mean that much to me, okay? But anyway, I look at your situation, and I come up with a system that fits what you're trying to do. But what I will tell you, I don't have 15,000 different systems. You understand what I'm saying? You need to know what you're trying to do, what you're looking to get out of a mentor. Are you going to be serious about the business? Okay, and if you really are totally clueless about this business, I recommend you go to Bigger Pockets, YouTube, and do some basic research, okay, and try to get some type of education in this business, on the business itself before hiring a mentor, because people have this whole understanding or misconception that I hire a mentor, I pay this money, and that's it. It's like a slot machine. No, it is not like a slot machine. You don't pay the money and all of a sudden a bunch of money come out. You understand what I'm saying? So you need to understand that, all right? And I'll be honest with you also, I only deal with people that's serious. It's only 24 hours in a day. We all have the same amount of time. I do not have time for people who are not serious, period. Okay? Now, hopefully I answered your question. Did I tell you we talked about masterminding, just kind of hanging out with people? We talked about networking event. 18, and I had the fast track program with Cody. Oh, okay, you should be doing good. You should be doing good then, if you had that. The key to all of this stuff is taking action. Okay, taking action on a regular, consistent basis, not just for today, not just next month, but on a regular, consistent basis. Okay? And another tip, to tell you about this. One of my students, we did some direct mail, okay? We were going to use one company, but it was going to take 10 to 14 days for the mailers to go out. So we ended up using another company, using postcards, and they went out, I think, yesterday, okay? Keep in mind, the marketing you do today or this month is actually for deals for next month. Okay, so in other words, today is April to 28, 29, I don't know what it is. But anyway, so the deals that you get should be for next month or even maybe the month after that. Okay, so unless you get a hot deal and it's in a sweet area, or one of your sweet spots that you're ready to put in the contract and you have a buyer lined up, or something that you're going to buy yourself. Okay, but marketing today is actually for deals for next month. All right, so you need to do a lot of marketing, and you need to do it on a regular, consistent basis. All right. Anyway, guys, anybody have any questions? I sent out 50 handwritten letters yesterday, and I don't have that automated system yet. It's okay. It's okay. Don't get caught up in systems, okay? Don't get caught up in automation. Don't get caught up with a whole lot of other stuff. Because let me tell you something. You can have the influx of VAs and all this automation and all this other kind of extracurricular stuff going on and still not make any money. You understand what I'm saying? So go out here and focus on marketing lead flow. Lead flow equals deal flow. Deal flow equals cash flow. Okay, I want to make sure I make that perfectly clear. Your team will come. Where do you mentor? Wherever the student needs to be mentored. If you're in the United States of America. I'm in Houston, but deals are all over the country. And I'm going to tell you something else. You need to understand what goes on in your area. You need to understand your market. That's another thing. I don't care where you live, you need to know what's going on in your area. So do you discuss pricing in email? Pricing of what? My program? Yeah, there's an application. And I should have put that in my bio. Send me an email and I will send you over the application and we'll take it from there. All right. Anybody else have any questions or concerns? Good deal. No problem. Glad you connected. All right, you guys too. I appreciate it. Have a good day. We'll talk soon. And don't forget, guys, if you guys are normal periscopers, Catch.me is shutting down on the 4th. So today I got a busload of videos I need to start downloading to ScreenFlow. You know anybody in Columbus, Ohio? Yes. All right. We will talk soon. All right. You guys have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.